Well, I guess we'll get our plumber out and all right guys, we're back out here. We've had a week of storms, and the location we're at, we had a tornado go through just, I mean, not too far to the north here. I mean, less than probably a mile and a half. So our building is still standing, which is awesome. But all of our bracing, we have straps on every column, and then we had bracing each way all around the building. The wind was so strong that it kind of pulled some of the stakes out, broke all the bracing on the other end. All of our brackets, all that stuff are good. The building just kind of leans a little, so we got to re-straighten it before we go ahead and finish tying everything together up there. So probably going to take us a little while. Structurally, it's going to be fine. It's just going to take some time to individually straighten all these and get them back to where we want them. So, see, little hillbilly here. Got the truck out there with the chain, got the skid steer. So we'll get them straightened, get them braced to hold them in place, and then we'll get them back to where they need to be. Yeah, it needs to go that way. So exciting news, Jake. We gotta reverse this chain. Okay, go ahead. Can I go down there, Jake, and do it a little bit more? I'm going to check that end again, but I think we're good. So that corner is perfectly good. This corner is good. That's pretty good. It needs to come this way a little. So that one down there, Jake. Yeah, now come tighten this one. A little tighter. Yep. Check that one, and then all four corners should be backed good. All four corners are good, so let's take a break and then we will work on up high. All right, we are making overhang jacks. So we have a 2-foot overhang. So literally cut my roof pitch on one end. I'm making these 4 feet, and then there'll be 2 purlin nails that will go down and hold this to the top of the truss. So I gotta make 22 of these, and then we'll put up. So I just make one, and then I trace all the rest. That way I can assure they're all identical. So it's important this stays straight with the truss, especially on that end one, because if it kicks out at all, it's going to mess up your fascia. Like that. These are called overhang jacks. It's just a 2x4 that sits on top of your truss. Comes the same height of your purlins. And we got 22.5 inches. And then you put your fascia board on, that's 24 inches. Now this is where one of our 2x6 fascia boards are going to meet, so I'm going to laminate this with two 2x4s just so I have more surface to nail or screw my fascia boards to. So grab 2 of those, Jake. Perfect. Got it? Yep. And let's put one on that side. So you can see now, instead of just 1.5 inches, having two 2x6s meet on 1.5 inch board, we have 4.5 inches here. So now we have plenty of room to get a nice secure connection with our fascia boards. So we're going to do this on every third, I guess every other one now. We'll get double 2x4s on each side. Person. Got to go up a little, Jake. That's good right there. All right, let it down. Good. There you go. And then we'll just have to use a screw to pull that one up or down or whatever we need to do. Up. I feel a raindrop.
Mm-hmm. That might be low. I don't know. You have to look.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect?
Yep.
All right. Done. I don't know if you guys can see, camera will show up, but these purlins kind of got a little wave to them, but once we run a string line along the sidewall and push and pull the trusses, it should straighten those all out perfectly. Actually, loosen the other side, sorry. And then come tighten this one. Got to move about an inch. Can you throw me my square?
Ready?
Yep. Ready? Yep. That helps. Actually, Jake, go through and just pop all those quick. Yep. It's crazy how I can feel the whole thing vibrate when he pops.
You can watch it. The camera moves and the whole, you can see the whole building shake.
All right, now just start here, and we got about, that gave us about a ½ inch back. We need to pull this truss this way, about a ½ inch. So hopefully at an angle we'll be able to do it. All right, now go to that one, Jake, and tighten that one, just because that one's off too, so we'll just kind of alternate moving them. Yep, keep going. All right, now come move this one a little. We're about there, about an 8. Right there.
Yep. That was really.
Or come this way just a little.
Yeah.
Like we're talking like an eighth jig. Maybe like a click. Right there is good. Alright, Jake, now this truss. Loosen this right here. About 3/8 probably. Keep going. Maybe one more clip. One more? Yeah, do one more. Right there. All right, guys, so I think I told you that a tornado came through here less than a mile away, and it broke all of our bracing, our 2x4 bracing. We have straps and everything on it. The building stayed up and survived the storm, thank God. However, it racked it pretty good, so we left off with all four corners plumb. We plumbed up the four corners of the building again. Then we got on the roof, squared the roof. To square the roof, we got a couple measurements. We got a measurement from the fascia board up to the peak, which was 33, 6 3/4 were the points we used. And then we went just a little over halfway, which was 42, 3 3/4. And then that made our diagonal 54 feet, 1/16 inch. So I do that on both sides of the ends of the roof just to make sure that they match, and they did. So then we push and pull the peak to get that perfectly square. Then we straightened the fascia. And how we did that is we used our straps to push and pull the side walls at each column to straighten the building that way. Where we really struggled is straightening these end columns because the wind came out of the north and hit this, and it must have rocked the building where they kind of got almost like an S. The only way that I could get this is with a bunch of chains. So you see behind me I have my truck, and I have a chain going up to each column. There's 7 columns in between the corners, and then we have a whole nother set of chains on the inside going the opposite direction. And we got pressure on all those, and then we slowly worked through plumbing up one column at a time and getting this all straight. We've gotten it straight. We've attached 2x12s up this side and down the other side. We've checked the square of our building on the roof, and we're good. Now the problem we're facing is 40-mile-an-hour winds, and these sheets are almost 34 feet long. So we're not gonna be able to put them up for a couple days. So hopefully no more bad storms, and at the end of the week we can get steel on this roof. We're all ready to go now. So that's that. You know, unfortunately, this wasn't something that we planned for. But when I build a big building like this again, I might just go ahead and use all the chains if, you know, we're expecting some bad storms. All right, so that's gonna be a wrap on this video. We appreciate you watching. This is a good reminder that sometimes things don't go the way you want, like this 45-mile-an-hour wind that I'm blowing my head off. And you just have to take the time, even though it stinks, to get your building plumbed and squared back up. We weren't expecting this. It's taken us a couple days to get back to the point where we can put steel on this. It's been frustrating, but if we didn't do this, we would struggle the rest of the way through, and it wouldn't look the way I would want it to look either. So Keep that in mind if you're self-building, that sometimes you just gotta spend a little extra time making things right before you continue. As always, we appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, don't forget we have a Patreon where we talk about different topics of self-building every month. We allow you guys to answer questions. It's a great resource. Check that out, and we'll catch you on the next video.